the week for January 28th to February 4th, 2022. I hope you are all well. I hope you've all had a good week. And let's get started, shall we? I invite you to just close your eyes. Take 3 nice deep breaths with me. Pulling your energy into alignment. All of us across time and space, wherever we are here together. And just see a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, anchoring you deep in the present moment. Connecting you to the here and now, knowing that that tree root is not only grounding you magnificently down into Mother Earth, so you can be fully present right here, right now, but it is also a channel through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth to become compost for new growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all of your children who are listening now and in the future. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information that we most need to receive right now, and to provide that in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and collective highest and greatest good. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening and participating to be present to facilitate this exchange and ensure that it happens in the best way possible. And I'd like to ask that overlighting angel to ensure that we cover all that is in our personal and collective heart and mind at this time for our personal and highest, greatest benefit, that we may be of best service at this time through our lives, through our gifts, through our abilities. I'd also like to invite the 4 Archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around each of us, wherever we are, creating a magnificent container of light, of love, of clarity, of wisdom, of healing, of transformation, of peace, of growth, well-being. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. Anything that doesn't match the frequencies of love and light, clarity and wisdom is welcome to go now. Let's get going. Okay. What is it that we most need to know this week, Creator, for our personal and collective highest and greatest good, that we may be at our best, offering our greatest service to life, whatever that means for us? Is it me or does the world just keep getting kookier? Yeah. It's okay though. We all signed up for this. We have to remember that. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's pull through what we most need. Okay, my nose is really itchy. It's probably the hyacinth. I love smelly spring flowers, though. What can I say? This is the card of the recent past. The influence is waning, but it continues into our present, into our future. And it is kind of guiding us. Where are we coming from? Where are we moving to? So to be aware of that. We have the Princess of Hearts. This is messages, new beginnings on the level of the heart, on the level of the emotions. It's new starts, fresh starts on that level of the heart. In some cases, it can mean a baby. It's that quality, though, that freshness, that newness, that new beginning. That's the energy that we are leading into this week. It's where we're coming from, and what will carry through this week is this heart opening, this new beginning. So just being aware of that, being mindful of that, coming back to our hearts, because our hearts are in our bodies, and we need to access our emotions through this body that we have. And so it's important for us to give ourselves energy and time and space to distinguish where we are and to be in our bodies and to feel through our hearts into life rather than just doing it through the head. The present card is the card of seclusion, the 4 of Swords. And so we have this lovely Buddha sitting very serenely in the midst of the 4 swords, the 4 golden, there's swords in this card. And so there's this quality of stillness, of peacefulness, of mindfulness, of being, of beingness. It doesn't feel, this card is not about crazy action taking. This is about being. This is about holding space. This is about meditation. This is about being grounded. This is about being really present. This is about staying in your space. See, we have this like little tent almost that's created by these swords. So what this speaks to me is of the staying within your parameters of where you are now. Stay where you are, stay clean and clear, stay grounded, stay present, stay focused on what is relevant to you, important to you in your sphere. It's very, very easy for us to get pulled off our center these days. It's incredibly easy. And that, fear and worry and concern and anxiety just pull us right out of our bodies. They pull us out into some other field, someplace else. We're no longer here. We need to keep coming back to here, as this card is telling us. This is this new beginning, this new relationship that we have with our hearts, this new relationship that we have with ourselves, and how we're coming at life is slightly different than it's ever been before, and that's important. And this card here in the present is telling us to just be with it. Be here now. Whenever you feel yourself getting pulled off, just pull yourself back saying, I'm being here now. Be here now. Remind yourself as you go through your day, be here now. Next card, near future, we have the card of planning. The Two of Wands. Wands, creativity, inspiration, and passion. This fire energy, this how are we going to direct it? Where are we going to put it? This long-term vision. Where do we want to be? How do we want to show up and share our gifts with the world? This is our near future card. So we're coming, as I said, from this new heart opening, this new beingness in our bodies, in our hearts, responding to life from that heartfelt place, letting that be our guide. It's far more intuitive, far more grounded in the body, and then just being in the present moment. This is ideas in action. It's swords. It's how are we going to be? We're going to be here now. We're going to be very grounded here right now. If you are more than welcome to pull upon that idea of that tree root anchoring you down into Mother Earth anytime you need it, that's something you're welcome to use if it helps you to be here now. Just pulling yourself into that present moment. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Be here now. And then from this place of groundedness, of presence, of staying in your space, planning what it is that you want for your future, going in the direction of the yes, and having that vision about where is that going to take you. And the story with this one is the shepherd's climbed to the top of the nearest hill. He can see in 360 directions. He's planning what he's going to do next with his flock. Where is he taking the flock? What's the direction going to be, the momentum going to be? So it's taking some time from this still, serene place, heartfelt guidance, to making your plan for the next phase of your life, but letting it be from that space of inspiration and passion, of moving in the direction of your yes, saying yes to that, and planning for that to be the unfolding of your life for the next little while. You're going to move towards your yes. You're going to develop your yes. You're going to feed it and nourish it and give it more energy so that you are building your passion, you're building your joy, you're building your celebration, your gratitude, your appreciation, moving in the direction of your yes. Whatever that is for you. You are the one to define it, right? We are each here having a human experience. We're not here to follow orders. We're here to listen to our hearts, to be present, and to follow our passion and enthusiasm. Okay, the foundation card this week is beautiful. We have the sun. The sun is all about the evolution of humanity on a higher level. So this idea of radiant light, of the information of the sun changing us. We are moving through, as I've mentioned before, we're moving through a different time of place and space. Different rays of energies are coming towards us at this time. It's actually affecting us collectively on an evolutionary level. The energies that we're basking in are different than they've ever been before. And I know that sounds maybe kind of out there, but it's just what's happening. Our solar system, our galaxy is moving through different parts of space. It's kind of neat that we do that. We move through space and time. And the foundation card, as I said this week, is the sun. This is all about the evolution of humanity through the evolution of us as individuals. That's how we move forward collectively, is through our personal work, our personal commitment to our personal best. our personal greatness, our personal unfolding, our seeking to be the best that we can be, to develop who we are, to develop our gifts and our talents and our abilities, to move towards our yes, and to bask in it, to enjoy it, to celebrate it, to really have a glorious, joyful unfolding rather than one of suffering and resistance and strife. It's up to us. We get to choose. When we follow the heart, when we follow what we know in our heart, and we move towards our intuition and our knowingness and our heartfeltness, and we give ourselves the space and time to consider and to ground and to meditate and to be very present, we move our lives in a completely different direction. And we can choose what that's going to be. And in this case, it's choose your passion, choose your love, choose your joy, choose your yes, choose your preferences, choose what brings you to more life. Because that's where everything that we want is. We're here to experience life in these bodies, through these bodies, and it's an amazing experience. And this card is reminding us that this process for each of us is part of our collective unfolding for humanity. That's why we're having the reading today. It's all about this collective unfolding for humanity. So I acknowledge you for being on your path, for walking your talk, for discovering who you are, for being willing to do that work, for being willing to come alive and not just live a life of checking boxes, dotting I's, crossing T's, and living somebody else's meaning or living what somebody else thought you should be doing, but instead that you're living for yourself, living for your own most authentic and congruent expression, because that is collectively where we each need to be. If each of us moves in that direction, we will transform our world, we will transform our human experience. If we're all reaching for our yes. And I'm not talking about a materialistic three-dimensional perception of this. This is the broader, wiser, higher aspect of us that lives down and through us. We allow more of that into our field, and it changes us. It changes our biology. It changes who we are. It changes how we look at life. It changes how we respond to each other. We become different. We evolve. So that's the energy this week. We're moving into a new way of being within ourselves, and as a result, it's transforming the collective, and it's very, very important. So stay in that space of groundedness, of presence, of heartfelt, connection within yourself, connection to life around you, responding from a more feminine, intuitive space than a more, logical, rational kind of thing. Not that I'm saying that's not important. It is. It's part of us. And then moving towards this planning and this direction, this momentum of what do we want to be creating, and let it be something that brings you to more life, more expression of you. And of course, that all contributing to our evolutionary process. All right, pretty clear. Let's move on to the card to grow on. It's interesting. They're kind of, not radical cards by any stretch of the imagination, but good cards, very good cards, just powerful to just remind ourselves that being where we are is enough, that we are enough where we are, and our desire to unfold and become more, and there's nothing wrong with that desire to express all that we're here to express, that stretching, that reaching, that rising, that expansion, that's innately human. That's innately our broader, wiser part of us guiding us towards all that we're here to be and do and experience. So it's kind of nice to know that just wherever you are, this is accessible. You can do this. Drop into your heart, be in your now, and move towards your life, move towards your highest joy, and know that as a result of that, you're contributing to the collective evolution of humanity towards something really good. All right, so Creator, what is it that we need to know right now? What is it, our card to grow on this week, so that we can thrive and shine and rise and expand all those good things we just talked about? Okay, and our card to grow on this week is the Hierophant. The Pope in other decks. This is the inner teacher. This card is reminding us of the going within to connect to the broader, wiser part of us, to connect to that inner teacher. All the answers that we seek are there. They're within us. Not an intellectual within, a heartfelt, embodied, present within. That's where you get to with meditation. That's where you get to with yoga at Shavasana at the end. You're in that clear state. That's where you get to after a run or after Qigong or Tai Chi. You move the body. You move the energy of restlessness, of tension. You release that from the body through exercise, through movement, and then one can settle deeply into that space of openness and receptivity to the energies of life. That's our connection to source. That's what we're here to do. You know, we are, the part that's in this body here and now is so small. There's such a huge field of energy that we're part of. And meditation and the practice, these mindfulness practices, bring us into greater contact with that part of us and allow us to have more of it in our field. It changes us biologically, that evolutionary thing again, so that we can have more of that field existing in this space between our cells, so that we can be more of that and have more of that. And as a result, thrive and shine and rise and grow and have a more joyful and jubilant life experience, all through our connection to the inner teacher. So it's a major arcana. It's important. The sun is a major arcana. It's important. It's reminding us of where we are and where we're going, what we're seeking, and that our ticket to having all that it is that we're longing for in our hearts is this process of connecting to the broader, wiser part of us. We all have different methods for doing that. I've suggested a few: the practice of yoga, the practice of Qigong and Tai Chi, any kind of meditation process. And you probably have your own. You've discovered it on your own. What gives you access to that helps you to drop into that broader, wiser part of you. That's what we need to do this week. Spend more time there. Lean into it more. Use it, leverage it. It's a tool like any other. But giving yourself permission to be in this space more often will help you to ground every other aspect of your life. The solutions that you're seeking will come, the answers that you need, the connections will be made. It just creates a flow of serendipity in your life when we bring this energy and this field and this space into our experience. And that's what the present card showed us from our reading for this week. It was that Buddha sitting in a mindful space in the middle of the Four of Swords, holding space in their present moment, deeply grounded through this practice of meditation. So that's our card to grow on this week. Everybody pull up your meditation mats and let's get to it. If you don't meditate and you don't like to meditate or it stresses you out, then go for a walk in nature. Nature is our source. It's part of where we come from. It's that profound energy of life. Go spend time in that field of life. Go notice it. Go breathe it in. Go inhale the energy of that. The sounds, the smells, the creatures, all of that. Just go tap into that. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a difficult thing tapping into that field of energy. I think we make it way harder than we need to as human beings. It's there for us always because it's who we are inherently, is that energy. So it's not hard. We just need to do it. So maybe take a walk every day this week in nature as much as you can. And that will be your meditation practice, a moving meditation. Okay, so that's it. Let's close with a little prayer and set ourselves up for the week. Taking that nice deep breath, dropping into that beautiful body that is you. The body you crafted, you created, you've imagined, you've dreamed into existence so that you could be here now on this beautiful planet, having your human experience, getting to taste foods and smell the air and the fragrances and be in a body and enjoy the sensual experience of being embodied, whatever that may mean to you. Being right here, right now, dropping into the gratitude and appreciation for every aspect of this experience in this now moment. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all those who've listened to the reading this week. I want to thank you for this opportunity to be together across time and space, gathering our energies and our focus so that we may thrive and shine and rise and be all that we are here to be to express all that we're here to express and to have life living through us richly and beautifully and smoothly. I ask that you be with us as we navigate this week, as we find our center, as we make our choices towards what is preferred, what is wanted, what is enlivening to us. Help us to discern that we may thrive in our wisdom to always move in directions that serve our personal and collective highest and greatest good. Thank you for each and every person on this call. Thank you for all of those who are holding space for us here and on the other side. The grandmothers and grandfathers, all our relations, all those, whatever your field of belief, that are here supporting us in good ways. And you, thank you for being here. Your conscious choosing to be all that you can be and to live more life through you is powerful. And it is what's going to help change us. So thank you for your part in that. And thank you for being here with us every week. I'm grateful for you, for helping to pull through the answers that we are collectively seeking. And I look forward to doing it again with you next week. Much love and light. We'll see you soon.